the boss bitch fight challenge. Zoe
Yes,
Bell. Kazu sent me the
Zoe.
link and he said, "Do you recognize?" I think it was like you're like the fifth person, right?
Yeah, I think so. Something
He
I
said,
kick
"Do you
Rosario
recognize?"
Dawson in the back. Yeah,
Yeah, and he said, "Do you
I'm so
recognize that
nice.
person?" And I like knew immediately. I was like, "That's Tamiko." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Holy cow, this is crazy! How did that happen? How this all like?" I mean, I'm pretty sure Zoe Bell was the one who put this together, but in your own
Oh,
words about it.
Zoe. I mean, if anybody says any mean things about Zoe, I just know it's them. Zoe, I met her first, of course, Angel Death, and then I worked with her again on this other show. I think it changed names to like Mercenaries, and then she hired me on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because she was stunt coordinator on that, which was awesome because one, it's Tarantino, and he loves her. Like he just loves Zoe. So she's just been in everything since Kill Bill because she doubled Uma Thurman, and then she was on the hood of the car in Death Proof, and then she's done everything. She's done everything Tarantino since. He had his faith, and he was like, "You're gonna be the stunt coordinator." Just so awesome. First of all, it's a woman, and second, it's Zoe. I worked with her for a couple months on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've always kind of, been in touch with her because I think the world of her. She's amazing. And she's like, would you be interested in doing this? And it was called something else first. And then she kind of powwowed with a couple other people and they changed the name and they changed the idea behind it to what you see now. But she was like, would you be interested? And I'm like, I wrote back immediately. I'm like, hell yes, like done. First of all, it's Zoe. So I was like, yeah. And second, I'm not really doing much during the quarantine except for like studying Japanese and baking and cooking and reading and occasional workouts. I haven't been working out as much. I've been kind of lazy, but allowing myself to enjoy the downtime. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. Zoe asked, like, there's not even a second thought. I was like, yeah. And so she's like, great. So at first I had a different reaction and I was doing it inside the house and I was just kind of filming it by myself. And I actually kicked my phone probably like 7 times for that. I did an axe kick and she goes, Danielle, do you mind? Like calls me, she goes, do you mind if we change it? How's your like jumping sidekick? I'm like, oh, I love jumping sidekick. She goes, great, because I want Rosario Dawson to do the axe kick because that's kind of like an homage to her character that she played a while ago. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. So then I have a roommate, poor guy. I grabbed him. I was like, can you help me film this? And he's also a stunt performer. Um, he also rigs and does all this crazy. He's very more talented than I'll ever be. Um, we went down the street to this middle school. They had a big patch of grass because I live in an apartment, so there's nothing outside. Just walk down the street. I'm like, oh, this grass looks fluffy. Like there's no like rocks and stuff. I was like, oh, let's try it here. I think we are out there for like an hour and a half because I originally had we tried to have me go over this wall and into the ground. I just wasn't working for me. I just looked like a goofball. And I was like, hey, I'll just take the reaction like kind of straight back. And so Zoe's like, well, you're either gonna get punched or you're gonna get an uppercut. So I was like, okay. So I just took the reaction. I was like, oh, I'll just do a flat back, get up, and then like side kick the camera, which I did kick my camera probably on that time at least 7 times. So when you see the foot actually hit the camera, I'm actually kicking my phone. I kicked it out of my roommate's name's Eric. I kicked it out of his hand.